Dear reader,
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's session. This session will be on the Śrīla Prabhupāda's mood and mission. So we'll be discussing about that. So as per our discussion, as I mentioned in our group, so we'll be discussing about the topic will be the need for Varnāśrama college to implement fourth movement of Śrīla Prabhupada. So this is the topic from the last Saturday, the same time we had the class or discussion, we can say. There we discussed the four movements of this organization. Prabhupada wanted his whole mission, he divided into four movements, and to achieve to drive those four movements, he wanted an organization that he was desiring. So that plan he did in 1949 itself. We are hearing from the letter written to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. There we have seen there are the four movements. Just for a quick recap, also I will be asking the questions, so you can answer those. So based upon your understanding from the last class, so whoever are there, so they can answer, and also it will be helpful for others also to understand. So there are the four movements were drafted by Srila Prabhupada. That was his mission. And these four movements also we can see in the case of Mahatma Gandhi also. But what the spiritual understanding, and that we may not discussing what Gandhi was having. But Srila Prabhupada is saying that these four movements are very important, and based upon the Shastra he was mentioning, and he was telling these four movements. So among these four movements, the first movement is So who will answer? Can raise the hand. What is the first movement? Yes, I'm going, Prabhu. Please. You can unmute and speak, Prabhu.
It's Sankirtan movement, Prabhu.
Sankirtan movement. Very good. So what it means? Sankirtan movement means. So who will answer? What is the Sankirtan movement? What happens in that? Can anyone raise the hand and tell? What is Sankirtan movement? Anyone wants to say? Yes, Swami Lakshmanodaya.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Sankirtan
Yes.
movement means that is congregational chanting or singing of the holy name. At the same time, book distribution also is done by the Sankirtan movement, Prabhuji.
Yes. Only book distribution?
Book distribution, preaching service also. Like we preach about the holy name and also Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and all that.
Yeah, it's not only book distributing books. Yeah, rightly you said, Mataji. So first and foremost movement is Sankirtan movement. In this movement, what happens? Devotees, they go outside. They do the congregational chanting loudly. It's a Sankirtan actually. Sankirtan means so which is done loudly. Japa means which is just done very audible to his own himself. So that is the japa. Actually, Sankirtan we do. So in that many are together. If they are doing loudly, then it is known as Sankirtan. Now in this Sankirtan movement, so playing mridanga and kartal and chanting the holy names. This is the done. This the thing will be done. Not only this, Sankirtan means what Śrīla Prabhupāda is mentioning in that letter. Can anyone see and also tell? So what he is mentioning further? So distributing books. He's saying distributing books are one important thing he's saying. So one is propagating the holy name, and second, one more thing is there in the Sankirtan movement. Yes, Hari Gopal Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna. He talks about the philosophical synthesis. Is that the one?
Yeah, philosophical understanding. So philosophical understanding about the Krishna and Bhakti. This is also comes under the Sankirtan movement. So what are the books he mentioned there, which is important? That means this Sankirtan movement is inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then after that, his immediate followers. So they were introducing this Sankirtan movement in a systematic way by writing the books where the subject matter Krishna is discussed very systematically with logic, ethics, and morals. So one of the, yeah. Yes,
So
Prabhu.
he mentions about the 6 Sandarbhas given by Jiva Goswami. And he says it's a marvelous in this respect that if one has to follow this, he has to follow the 6 Sandarbhas.
Yeah. So he is saying that this is the one of the book, important book. So whatever the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to teach to this society, that is systematically arranged, that whole thing based upon the proper proof. That means with the references of the Shastras, this book is compiled. You can see in the Sandarbhas, thousands of the slokas are quoted from the various Puranas, so Agama Shastras, and also various Upanishads from the many places. But the main theme goes under the, based upon what? So Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the Sankirtan movement. By doing the Sankirtan movement, what happens actually? Who will tell? By doing the Sankirtan movement, what happens?
Purification, Prabhu.
What is the idea, Prabhu? Yes, Hari Gopal, Prabhu. What is the idea of Sankirtan movement?
Is to purify the individual and the whole family while they.
Ravindra Sachipriya Prabhu, Sachiputra Prabhu, sorry.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
By this Sankirtan movement, like example, going for Rath Yatra, chanting, etc., it benefits the people, the common people who are not devotees, and instead of they visiting the holy dham, the pure devotees, the devotees and pure devotees are themselves bringing the holy dham to them. Right?
Yeah. They are getting the introduction. That means they are introduced to the holy name. By this, what happens, Saumya Lakshana Mataji?
We are saving the fallen souls from this material world, Prabhu. Those who are in ignorance, we are helping them to come out from their ignorance.
Okay. So, Shushusho Shraddhadhanasya Syan Mahassevaya Vipraha. Vipraha Syan Mahassevaya. Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. What is that sloka? Punya Tirtha Shishusho Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi Syan Mahassevaya Vipraha Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. By when the devotees are going outside with the Sankirtan, what happens? So devotees going outside is nothing but so they are taking the holy dham. So where there are devotees, that is equal to the holy dham. So when any jivatma who is not introduced to the bhakti, or otherwise in the previous life it is introduced, so that kind of jivatma immediately by hearing this holy name, they will be getting the interest. That means by seeing the sadhus and by hearing the holy name from their mouth, and by seeing the sadhus, then what will happen? They will be immediately introduced to the Krishna consciousness. It is not going to purify completely. By just one time hearing, all his anarthas will not be purified. But purification begins. But what happens by this Sankirtan movement? So Jivatma is coming or turning towards the Krishna actually. Till now it is towards the Maya, and now it is started turning towards the Krishna by hearing the holy name. So if they are having the less offenses, then on them the effect of the Bhakti Maharani will be giving the more mercy. Then Bhakti Maharani will give the taste to hear more and more. So, but if he is having the more offenses, then he may not feel interest in Krishna consciousness. So because he is not going to get any interest or taste in that. So that's why if Jivatmas, those who have less offenses, those will be given with the more mercy of the Bhakti Maharani, so that by hearing holy name, so they will be getting the inquisitiveness, what is this sadhu and from where he is coming, and let me understand him by seeing his effulgent face, and he will be attracted to that. So then he will be approaching to them, and they will be guiding him to come to the temple. So to invite all such souls and to educate them, because by just one time hearing, all anarthas which are done in the previous life are not gone. So there is a need to a systematic training for them. So there is a need to make them to get the full Shraddha on the Lord. For that they has to be trained. They has to be trained in the Krishna consciousness philosophy. So that's why Sankirtan movement is not ending just by one time doing or two times doing the Sankirtan. So Sankirtan movement means telling to that Jivatma about the Lord as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Bhakti is only the main thing. That Bhakti is only the one and only mean which can give the ultimate result. So this kind of faith, that means understanding, should be developed in them. So for that we need a place. We need a place where these people will be invited. So this is known as temple entry movement. We need a temple to systematically train them. So that's why temples are open. So those Jivatmas who are interested, those will be invited to the temple. Then after bringing them to the temple, what we do? So that's the second movement came, temple entry movement. In the temple entry movement, we'll be doing a systematic training about the Krishna consciousness. By introducing the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to them, so we'll make them to understand who is Krishna, why we have to accept him only as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the Viparita Bhavanas and Asambhavanas started destroying. That means immediately they will not go. So systematically by regular hearing, and also as much as he will be getting the Shraddha, so that much bhajan also he will start. Maybe initially 1 round, 2 round he will start. While regularly coming to the So devotees and getting their association in the temple. So he will be started chanting the bhajan. So that's why this temple entry is meant for those jivatmas who are interested in the Krishna consciousness, and it is open to everyone. It should not be restricted by the caste or creed, anything. So every jivatma who because is fit to becoming the Krishna consciousness, whoever is showing the interest, they should be allowed to come to the temple. But previously in our society, temples were not like that. Temples were just only the higher caste people are going, lower caste people are not allowed, and so on. So so-called restrictions were kept, but not like that. So this is the thing. That's why Srila Prabhupada is saying that in this whole society there should be so many temples where so all these jivatmas well trained and will be well trained and will be systematically given education to them. So that's why now that's the second thing is temple entry movement is coming into the picture. So then after the temple entry movement, and we are asking them to come to regularly to the temple and hear the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and try to understand the subject matter, that is the Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhakti is only the main. That means we are trying to develop their faith, and also they will be getting the more and more opportunity to do the sadhana. So then what will be the next movement? Third movement is what?
Initiation movement from Maya Jana to Harijana.
Yeah, initiation. So thank you, Prabhu. So can anyone explain what is the third movement and initiation movement? What it mean? Please. Amok going, Prabhu, you are raising hand constantly. Eternally, you want to keep your hand up. You can put down your hand if you don't want to answer. If you want, then okay, you can answer. Okay, okay, we'll ask another someone, Harigopal Prabhu. So many are there. So we'll tell, you can see that letter and try to answer. What is the third one? Third movement is the initiation movement. Okay, 1 second, Harigopal. 1 second, one second. We'll make them involved because it's not a class, actually, it's a discussion. Feel free, and so that means connected and such a way you should try to do the things, actually, please. It's not that they just one side speaking. Just please put on your cameras first. I request all of you, it's not like just a normal class, because please, so put on your cameras. Everyone, I request everyone to put on your cameras, please. I request, yes, please. So that I can see what is happening, and also, please put on your cameras. Please, I request everyone, please put on your cameras. Everyone. No excuse for anyone, actually. Everyone. Still many cameras are off. Still, put on your cameras, please. Okay. So still, actually, I request, please make situation such a way you can put on your camera. Maybe you might be in some different place, so you can come to the right place and put on your camera so that it will be helpful. Actually, it's like we are going to do the service together. So that's why you should know faces also. Some extent it will be useful in future. So okay. So Ravindra Sachiputra Prabhu, you want to say something? What is the initiation movement? What happens there? You may try, actually, no problem. It may be right or wrong. It's not a problem. You can unmute, Prabhu. Can you unmute?
Yeah.
Yes.
Initiation movement, Prabhuji, is the Harinam movement. That is the one which we get after we have.
Yeah, it's a Harijan movement. Harijan movement. Harinam Diksha. That means we are taking the vow from because now they are coming regular to the temple and they are so getting some faith, actually, on the Lord. And based upon the faith, they will be having the commitment. So what is that commitment? I can do this many rounds. So that kind of commitment we are going to take. So we are introducing them as a Harijan to the society. We are so giving that kind of, so what do you say? Diksha. So we are giving the Diksha to them. Diksha means they are committing. They are committing as a Harijan. It's another name of this initiation movement is Harijan movement. So Harijans, that means we are introducing them to the Vaishnava culture, and also we are firmly, that means making them to commit to do certain things like following the 4 regulative principles, that means cleanly life. And also we are taking that means commitment from them at least to chant 16 rounds of the japa in a day. So this is the this kind of commitment, taking commitment and making them prepared, then this kind of movement is known as Harijan movement. But it is given with a systematic way, not to everyone. Whoever is properly is trained and who is properly, that means made prepared, that means for them only we are giving this kind of designation. So Harijan designation. It's not that someone took birth in the lower family and he is Harijan Vada, someone say. So no, it's not like that. It should be done systematically. Prabhupada is saying it's done very systematically based upon Shastra. So now they are able to chant so certain rounds, like 16 rounds minimum, and also following the 4 regulative principles. So they have to what next? So that means this is enough for the going back to the Godhead. Is it pure devotional service? So doing these 16 rounds somehow or other and following 4 regulative principles. So is only the pure devotional service. So what is a pure devotional service? Is there any further achievement they need to get? That means, is there any further improvement they need? So when they will become fully, that means Krishna consciousness. When can you say he is a fully Krishna consciousness? What is the target for them? What, according to the Rupa Goswami, so to become pure devotee, so what they should do actually? What is the definition of pure devotion? So that means this much is enough, or further they have to do something. So who will answer this?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I can answer. Can I try?
Yeah, you can answer, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji, there has to be a further development on the spiritual path. That is, they have to go for association of devotees and then attend temple programs and then hear Srimad Bhagavatam, hear Srimad Bhagavad Gita. All this is done to bring them to the level of full Shraddha. Only when they have reached to the level of full Shraddha, that is not Komal Shraddha, but full Shraddha, only then they can venture into the sadhana bhakti. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very good. So, Sampriya Mataji, you want to add something here?
I just want to give the definition that you were telling what is exactly pure devotional service, that they should be engaged with the body, mind, and speech totally in Krishna, directly in Krishna's service, and 24 hours continuously they should be engaged. But because they have still desires, they are not free from desires, so they have to be engaged according to their guna and karma, according to their quality. That is Varnāśrama.
Based upon what you say, that means they has to be engaged still in their prescribed duties only based upon desires, or what is the condition actually? What is the condition?
Based on
Yes,
their
Bhagavan Pandit Prabhu. Unmute it, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Mataji is speaking something, so I think after
Mataji, actually, you are saying something. You want to say?
No, Prabhu. Let Prabhu allow Prabhu to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
after initiation is like getting the seed of the Bhakti Lata.
Yeah.
Then that just by getting the seed, that cannot be become a tree. For Shravan Kirtan facilitation is required to grow that tree to get the full fruit. So that we have to create a facility for all the types of people, how they can be nourished, that they practice that bhakti. That is the record.
Yeah, good Prabhu. So Mata, you want to say something? That means what is the requirement actually to till where what time they should follow prescribed duties? So you mentioned that, so still they have something, you said desires, but I'm not saying desires is the condition. So what is that condition? Till what time they should do practice the prescribed duties? Is there any reference?
Yeah. There is a verse which I learned from you, Tavat Karmani Kurvanti, that whenever a person has to do his karma, prescribed duties, till he attains full shraddha. Until he has attained full shraddha, full surrender towards the Lord, till then he cannot leave his karma. He has to do his prescribed duties.
Yeah, he has to do his prescribed duties for the satisfying the Lord, and also he should continue his bhajan, and he should regularly associating devotees and increase his faith on the Lord. When he will get the full faith, what is the symptom of full faith? Who will tell? What is the symptom of full faith? How can you say one is now in full faith? Yes, Ravindra Sachiputra Prabhu.
The symptom of full faith is Sharanagati.
Yeah, symptom of full faith is Sharanagati. That means he is fully surrendering to the Lord. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That means Krishna is also saying, if you get full faith, then you can leave your dharma, sarva dharma. So then you can come to me fully. But if you don't have full faith in me, that means still you didn't develop full shraddha in me. So then you have to do your karma. So according to the scriptures, whatever the activities is prescribed to your body and nature, according to your body, psychophysic nature, whatever the prescribed duties are given to you, you do that for satisfying me only. So, but you do hearing about me more and more from my devotees, and regularly be in association of my devotees, and develop this faith in me. So for developing faith, he has to regularly hear so Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So now he has to develop faith, but if he doesn't have full faith, and if he leave his prescribed duties according to Shastra, then what will happen? Who will answer this? He didn't have now full faith, and also he is not following his prescribed duties. So then what will happen? Wait. Can we hear from others? Actually, there are other students also there. Anyone? Venu Krishna Prabhu, you are able to log in or not? Are you able to log into this? Okay, Prabhu. So Ravindra Sachi.
Yeah. So Prabhu, I think what you have taught us, then he will only do nonsense. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can expand on that. Yeah.
Shampriya Mataji.
Prabhu, you quoted one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam about this, that if one in 11th canto, 21 chapter and 2nd verse, I don't remember, it says that if someone leaves the karma prematurely, then he will become a sahajiya.
Yes. Yeah. Sweswe adhikare yanishta sa.
Yes.
Sweswe adhikare yanishta sa gunaha parikirtah tad viparyeha doshaha. So according to the adhikara, we should behave. We should. Otherwise, it will bring the sahajayata in the society. So that's why he should humbly following So one more thing, if he leaves his prescribed duties based upon the Shastra, and if you do whimsically, so then he will be in association of the Rajoguna and Tamoguna. So it will be definitely disturbing him. So that's why definitely he should follow. And if he leave his social responsibilities, he didn't have full Shraddha on the Lord, and also he is not following his family duties, then what will happen? It's very wrong actually. You should not do that. Then that is not correct actually. If you fully surrender to the Lord, then you can live. Sarva dharman paritijya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tam sarva papebhyo so mokshayishyami ma suchaha. He is saying, when you fully surrender to me, then you can leave everything, and if whatever the sin is coming from that, I will take care, I will clean that. but you are not having the full Shraddha on him also, Krishna, and that means you are not fully surrendering on him. And also on the top of that, you are leaving his Swadharma, then what will happen? This is cheating actually. This kind of thing will bring the disturbance in the society. So that's why this should not happen. So that's why there is a need, and also we should need to cultivate, like Bhagavan Pandit Prabhu is saying. So we need to cultivate the devotion in a atmosphere, in a sattvic atmosphere. So in the sattvic atmosphere, if you want to cultivate them, so nicely, they should be given time with the for hearing the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and their lifestyle should be very simple, and everyone should be engaged properly. So that they should be following the Vedokta karma, not the Veda Viruddha karma. So in Bhakti Prakaraha course we discussed. So what kind of karma is recommended to offer? Anyone remember this? Yeah, Ravindra.
Prabhuji, you had said that that we should only offer this karma. What definition includes only the Vedic karma?
Vedic karma. So can anyone offer the avaidik karma? That means sinful karma also. Can anyone offer to the Lord? Shampriya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, it can be offered to the Lord, but in the Shastras in Srimad Bhagavatam, Kavi is telling that one should offer that is recommended by Vedas.
Yeah, so one can offer, because not offering is more worse than the offering. But offering also, anything offering is better than the not offering anything. Offering anything is better than the offering nothing. And in even offering anything is compared to that, offering Vedic karma is better. You're understanding? Offering Vedic karma is better than the offering anything. And offering anything is better than the offering nothing. Okay. So that's why
you had said, Prabhuji, best of the bad bargains.
Yeah, best of the bad bargain. So we have to offer that definitely to the Lord. But best is, so one should offer the Vedic karma. So that's why we should live the lifestyle based upon the account of the scriptures, so that it will be helping us to elevate in the consciousness. How it will be elevating? So by following the regulated life, by the actions all the ways, according to the Shastra, that will help to be in the mode of goodness, and that will help to understand the subject matter, that is a Bhagavatam, very nicely, and to develop this Shraddha on him. So then finally, so one who developing the full Shraddha, so those will be going back to that means full Shraddha, and they can be, so their sadhana bhakti then starts. Before that also they are doing the sadhana, but so according to the Rupa Goswami's definition, so sadhana bhakti means once you get the full Shraddha and doing the direct devotions 24 hours, then that is the beginning of the sadhana bhakti. So it is the, according to the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, so Shraddha means full Shraddha. That is the beginning of our Bhumika. That's a ground. It's a first step you can see in the process of the devotional stages. That we have seen in the Prabhupada letter also. I sent few days back in the Bhakti Prakaraha course, in that group. You might be remembering this. So Prabhupada is clearly saying, Shraddha means Adav Shraddha, Shraddha means the full Shraddha. Okay, very nice. So now the point is, yes, fourth movement is what? So now we have to bring together all the devotees together. We should bring all the devotees together. And after bringing them, we need to engage them in the different services, in the different activities. So because when we stay together, someone should take up the different services. Someone may produce the grains, someone may protect, and someone may educate the children, and someone may do the different things, like someone may do the different arts, like producing the pots and cloth, weaving the cloth, and so on. So what will happen by this? Then by this, our society will be independent society. We should be independent. We should not be controlled by outside demons. Like example, if you want to do Rama Bhakti, and can you go to the shelter? Can you take the shelter of the Varnāśrama? You want to do the bhajan to the Rama, and you are taking the shelter of the Ravana. What will happen actually? Ravana's policies all are against the bhakti you want to do for the Rama. So it will be against to that. Those his policies will be against to that. So similarly, so demonic. So that means Prabhupada also says every time, this material world, modern world is like a demonic world. So here then, what is the point? So now our devotees should not be in their association. If they are in their association, first of all, we are all not able to do the karma based upon the Vedas, Vedic karma, because which is sinless. That should be first of all we need. Yes, definitely we should change, because we want to be in the mode of goodness. We want to do all the activities as the direction given by the Shastra. That means Shastra means Lord. So dharmastu dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So dharma or karma is what which is said by the Lord. That has to be followed. We should not work under these so-called demons just to get the livelihood. And yes, definitely devotees should stay in the separate society. Actually, it should be a separate society. And when they stay together, yeah, now why they have to do? One may say, Prabhu, what is the need of staying this? And I will leave everything and I will go to the Vrindavan. Yeah, if you got the full Shraddha on the Lord, and you can leave everything. But Prabhupada is not saying to, even in that case also, not to leave. Even if you got the full Shraddha and fully surrender to the Lord, Prabhupada is saying that you should be a Goshtyanandi. That means you should set an example to the society. You should bring the people into the right direction in all the ways. In the living style also you should teach to them. And also one more thing, you should preach the Krishna consciousness to them. So for this sake, you have to be in the society. You cannot leave yourself to that means to the dham, and I will not preach and I will not demonstrate any exemplary life. So this is not recommended by our acharyas actually. So that's why what we need. So very rare actually, getting 100% Shraddha is not an easy thing. So before that, one has to do his activities. Definitely, there is no doubt in that. So Vedic karma, so they has to do Vedic karma also, which is conducive to the bhakti. So we should do Vedic karma, which is conducive to the bhakti, and we should not go for the Vedic karma, which is elaborated in the karma kanda. So that is very dangerous also. So that's why whatever the necessary things are there for the maintaining this body and soul together, that's labho jiveta yavata. That means kamasya nendriya preetir labho jiveta yavata. Jivasya tattva jignasa nartho yascha karma bihi. So one should do that kind of activities so that our body and soul can be easily maintained together. So this kind of activities which are recommended in the Shastra, one should do that simplified activities. We are not going to do the Kamya karma which is explained in the Karma Kanda. So that kind of Kamya karma is not interested for us. So only to maintain body and soul together. So what are the right means explained by the Shastra, those will be following in that society. So, and also now we have to divide that society. So how to divide that society? That means service distribution has to be done. That service distribution will be done based upon the guna and karma. So based upon the guna and karma, because everyone is having still certain guna and karma, because now we are not completely purified. So we are in the process of purification. So that's based upon their guna and karma, they should do some prescribed duties according to Shastra. But the goal is what? They should continue their bhajan all the time, and they should increase their bhajan and faith. They should increase the faith, and also they should increase the bhajan. So like this kind of conducive society is needed. So this is known as classless society, where everyone is equal. In what level? On the level of the spiritual platform, they are all equal because they are all Vaishnavas. But body is not equal to everyone. Someone is having the more intellectual power, and someone might be having the more physical power, and someone is having the that means in the mode of passion. So you might be having the skills of producing the grains. So like this. So based upon their guna and karma, their service has to be distributed, and that service is meant for the satisfying the Lord. And also they should be always here in the Krishna Katha regularly in the association of the devotees. He should be surrounded by the devotees, and there should not be any. That means there should be in that society the influence of rajas and tamas should be less. So such a way society has to be organized. So this kind of society is known as classless society, and that is the fourth moment, which we can say it as the 50% of the work. And Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day today is the very, very important day. We should remember his words directly what he spoke, and try to see whether we can do something on this, and that means we come together once again and try to fulfill his desires. Okay, so to build that kind of society, what we need? So now we have so many devotees in our temples, connected to our temples, and many are there who are chanting already 16 rounds, even more also they are chanting, and they are also studying the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and they want to improve also. They want to be engaged in 24 hours direct devotional service. So now definitely, they has to be put in conducive to the bhakti. Such a situation, such an atmosphere they should be put where there is a conducive to the bhakti. You should not leave them actually. If we live, being a leader of this society, we brought them to this extent, and if we still they are exposed to the passion and ignorance, and then what will happen? Because of this, their mind will not be in a settled position. There will be unsettled mind. Because of this, of course, they want to do devotion. This unsettled mind will be always, that means agitating. And then what will happen? They are not able to understand the spiritual subject matter more thoroughly, and not able to develop the full Shraddha, and not able to do the pure devotional service further. So they are always struggling to maintain that. So that's why if we are really serious in Krishna consciousness, definitely we should create a proper situation for them. So who will create? So this point will come now. Who will create that kind of atmosphere? Any one person will create? One person cannot create. And because we have the more than 200 temples maybe in India. So we have in every state also so many temples, big temples, middle-sized temples, small temples, centers, and Namahattas, like this, hundreds are there. And how to achieve this? For this, Srila Prabhupada only is giving the solution, that is known as training and educating and training. Giving education to them, and we should train them. Everyone should be properly trained. So yes, they are serious in the Krishna consciousness, and we should not say that now this is enough. No. So 16 rounds is the beginning. It is not the ending. And 4 regulative principles is the beginning of being a human being. By following 4 regulative principles, we will become a human being. And so then by doing the 16 rounds, we are beginning our spiritual life. But we should reach, according to the Rupa Goswami, 24 hours direct devotion one should do. That is known as bhajan, sadhana bhakti. So all our body, mind, and intelligence, at least any one of these should be always engaged in the direct devotion to the Lord. That we have seen. In the Bhakti Prakara course, we have seen that. So what is that? Nirguna, Sarupa Siddha Bhakti is known as pure devotional service. Or otherwise, Anyabhilasha Sunyam, Gnana Karma Janavaratum, Anukulyani Krishnanuselanam Bhaktiruttama. This is a pure devotional service we have seen. So now the point is, yes, how to organize such a societies. So for that, Srila Prabhupada is saying, so we should give the training and education. And that's why he is asking, every temple should have Varnāśrama college. Why the word Varnāśrama is coming here? So because we have to bring the people and divide them based upon some system you need. Because now if you brought the 200 families together, so you have to make that society self-sustainable. That society should not be depending on the other society, demonic society. If it is depending on the other society, then what will happen? So those will be controlling our whole life, and he'll be asking 15 hours to work under him to give livelihood to you. So is it a right proposal for us? It is not a right proposal for us, because our interest is what? We want to do devotion. We don't want to earn money in this material world. That is not our goal. So because this money comes and goes, but our goal is what? Somehow or other we should maintain our body and soul together. And that's why we are ready to accept any kind of simple life. But we have to improve in our devotional life. This is our goal. That is the really seriousness. If anyone is serious in Krishna consciousness, definitely he will accept this proposal. So this is the thing. So we have to understand the importance of the Krishna consciousness. And once understand this Krishna consciousness, then he will be understanding the need of staying together with the Vaishnavas. And there is, when we stay together 200 families, we have to divide the work based upon their guna and also their karma. So that's why we need to accept the Varnāśrama system. We want to take the principles from the Varnāśrama system, but Varnāśrama system is not our goal. We want to take the principles from the Varnāśrama system to organize our material life. And systematically, we should not do the sinful activities, so that by accepting the God-given system, what will happen? We will be freed from the sin. So that means we are freed from the mode of passion and ignorance. That means it is helping us to understand our goal of the life. That is Krishna is the goal of the life. So when you are in the mode of goodness, one can understand the subject matter properly, Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And when he gets the sufficient time, so then he can easily utilize that time to more and more in Krishna consciousness. That's why for organizing this lifestyle, we have the God-given system, that is Daiva Varnāśrama. So Varnāśrama means Daiva Varnāśrama, where Krishna is only center. Not the Kamya Karma is not the center. Kamya Karma is not our center. Material goals are not our center. So just a Karma Kanda is not our center. So Krishna, pleasing the Krishna and becoming the pure devotion, pure devotee, this is our goal. So this kind of societies has to be built. For that, we need a system, that is Varnāśrama system. And Prabhupada himself is calling. So we need a Varnāśrama dharma, Varnāśrama system. And for that, what we have to do to make that organized society, Varnāśrama system we need. So that's why we need to train people in the different Varnas and different ashramas. So that's why to train people, you cannot send them immediately. Now they understood Krishna consciousness is important for my life. I want to become devotee, and now I want to improve my devotion. I want to become pure devotee. So he is ready to do that. So, but how he should progress in that? So now he is ready to stay with the devotees also. But if you take, without giving the proper training, if you take him, then what will happen? Then there will be failure actually. He cannot stay there also. So that's why before sending them to that means classless society, that's a Varnāśrama society, we need to train them. That means in every temple, there should be a training center. That training center name is also given by the Śrīla Prabhupāda. That is known as Varnāśrama College. We need to have Varnāśrama College there. So every temple should have Varnāśrama College where the people are very systematically trained. So now we will be seeing that what is the Varnāśrama College. So Prabhupada, what he's saying. So on this, we'll be discussing. 1 second, I'll be sharing my screen. We have read the letter which is written in 1949. And today we are going to see the conversation between Śrīla Prabhupāda and his devotees, which happened in the Vrindavan, 1974, March 12th. So what is the highlights of this conversation? It is given in the yellow color. Every ISKCON center should be a Varnāśrama college. Second thing, leaders must engage every person and every resource properly. Varnāśrama management will end unemployment and famine. Okay, these are the highlights of this conversation, which are spoken by Srila Prabhupada himself. So, it is not the summarized and written by anyone. Srila Prabhupada he only himself is speaking. Okay, first, Prabhupada. So it's a conversation. Prabhupada is saying, business will be to exploit the poor. That means politicians. Politicians' business will be to exploit the poor citizens. And they will be embraced and harassed so much by one side, and no sufficient rain, and therefore scarcity of food. On the other side, taxation by the government. In this way, the people will be so much harassed that they will give up their home and go to the forest. So very pitiful. Unless they take to Krishna consciousness, they will not be saved. The Varnāśrama college has to be established immediately. Everywhere, wherever we have got our center. A Varnāśrama college should be established to train 4 divisions. 1 class Brahmana, 1 class Kshatriya, 1 class Vaishya, and 1 class Sudra. But everyone will be elevated to the spiritual platform by the spiritual activities which we have prescribed. There is no inconvenience even for the Sudras. Let us discuss this. So, what you understood, tell me from this. Can anyone express? Because it's not just a class, it's a discussion. Can you share your thoughts on this? What you grasp from this? Any your comments? Prabhupada is saying this. Yes, Shampriya Mataji.
You can hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
What I understood is Prabhupada is telling about what's going to be in the near future, what the society will be like, because as the society will progress, as Kali Yuga will advance, there will be more of unemployment, and the whole economic situation will be like topsy-turvy. Everything will be the more rich class will be dominating the poor ones, and there will be too much inequality in the society, and people
Yes.
will be exploited, and most of them will be depressed and harassed because of unemployment and low economic development. That's so Prabhupada is telling that the Varnāśrama system is the best, because in the Varnāśrama and Varnāśrama college is recommended, because in that people can be trained according to their guna karma, according to their qualities, according to their inclination, they can be trained accordingly. So along with that, they will have spiritual development also. So then they will be more satisfied, and that will help them to spiritual progress also. So
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Yeah, so you can put one may put question here. They may say that, yeah, so Varnāśrama college, but why? We as a devotee, we are not bothering about our that means unemployment and famine, whatever this is anyway in the material world, it will always happen. So why we have to do Varnāśrama college? One may say, but why Prabhupada is stressing? Because even we are in the pure devotional level, you are a pure devotee doing the direct devotion to the Lord 24 hours, but still there is a need of so setting an example. Being a Vaishnava, one should set an example to the society, and so that it is a preaching actually. But most of the times we are not in that level, because 100% fully surrendering to the Lord, having the full faith is not a so easy thing. But it is a goal. It is the goal, and we should reach to that. So that's why even that till that time we should do karma also. Then we should do what kind of karma? Which is prescribed by the Varnāśrama. That means by the Shastra. So that's why there is a need. There is a need to have Varnāśrama college, which is the fourth movement. So to establish that Varnāśrama college is needed. But when you develop such a training, that means you are giving the Krishna consciousness, and also you are training them in the materially how they should live the pious life. That means other than the sinful life. So then this will be giving the side effects. What is that side effect? All the unemployment. And we want to make all the devotees. We want to make people devotees. That is the reason why we do preaching. The main purpose of doing preaching is what? You are not satisfied. You are not limiting yourself to my devotion is okay. No, Prabhupada said to preach everyone. So that's why you are preaching. Now, in that preaching, that is the Sankirtan we are doing. Preaching is nothing but Sankirtan. And along with that, what? To make them settled in a proper lifestyle. If you give the material solution also, then it will solve all the material problems also. Because of the material problems also, since we are in conditioned state, material problems of this material world definitely will affect our sadhana. We should accept this. Devotion is not stopped by anything, but we are not in that level actually, being conditioned. So now today our boss is kicking off from the job, then so you will be always thinking about how to get the new job. But in that situation, one may not able to do full focused way of his spiritual sadhana also. That can happen actually. Because still we are not in the stage of sarvadharman parityajya. So mamekam sharanam raja. That means we are not in the position of fully surrender to the Lord. So that's why to give a complete solution to the society, there is a need for the training of the Varnāśrama college. Even our devotees. So we have to start this Varnāśrama college for them. Every temple should be having the Varnāśrama college. Actually, every temple should be a Varnāśrama college. Not having temple means it is an educational center. It is giving the training in the Krishna consciousness, and also it is giving the training in the material life, how to lead the material life based upon the Shastra. So this both has to be given. So for that, every temple should become an educational center. Not that they just making that means to sustain the temple. Somehow or other, we are becoming the force to make it more and more, selling the things and making the money so that temple can be run. But actually, so every temple should have the Varnāśrama college, and those devotees has to be trained and make them to settle on a community. Then passerby, Jayo, Jayo, joy. And Prabhupada is saying, Hare Krishna. Someone is passing, and they said pranam, and then Prabhupada said, Hare Krishna. Then one devotee among his followers, he is saying, Bhagavan Prabhu. So are Sudras supposed to take sannyasa also? Then Prabhupada says, no. Why? Bhagavan. Sudras. Prabhupada. Those who are Sudras, they should not be allowed to take sannyasa. Only those who are qualified Brahmanas, they will be allowed to take sannyasa. Actually, in the Vedic system, sannyas diksha is given to the Brahmanas only. That means Brahmanas means not by the birth Brahmanas, who are trained in the Brahmanical culture, who are trained as a Brahmana. So he should be given with the sannyas, and who are trained as a Kshatriya and Vaishya. So they can become Vanaprastha. That means they can live the family life, but very few are allowed to take the sannyasa. Otherwise, most of the cases, they can go till the Vanaprastha ashram. So that's the point Prabhupada is saying. So that means from the Prabhupada conversations, we can learn so many things related to how to organize the society and so many things. Okay, next Bhagavan is saying, so Kshatriyas used to take sannyasa to Prabhupada. Kshatriyas, some of them, not all. Gurudas, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Prabhupada, yeah. So Gurudas, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Prabhupada, they didn't take sannyasa, but they left home. That means vanaprastha. There is no need of accepting sannyasa. One has to perform the devotional activities. That is the real thing. Simply by changing the dress, one doesn't improve. Unless he takes to the seriously principles of devotional service, but in the Kali Yuga, they will think, because I have changed my dress, I have become a big sannyasi. You see, because I have got a sacred thread, now I am a Brahmana. No, there must be a regular training. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying here, until and unless, that means there is a training like a sannyasi, training as a Brahmana. So just by externally changing the dress is not sufficient. Just in our temple, we need a pujari, so nobody is there. Someone came 1 month or 1 year back, and so okay, we'll recommending him for the Brahmana Diksha, so that pujari seva will go. That's good. Actually, for preaching, we are making him pujari. And also, there is a very seriously one should understand. So whoever is given that, they has to be trained as a Brahmana, not just changing the thread is sufficient. So that's why one should become, that means one should be given properly training. Even for the sannyasis also. So to become a sannyasi, one has to be given with the renounced life, training in the renounced life. So then Jagadisha is saying, Śrīla Prabhupada, in a Varnāśrama society is Prabhupada. So Jagadish. In Varnāśrama society, are most of the citizens Sudras? Prabhupada. So Jagadish. Are the majority of citizens Sudras in a Varnāśrama system? Prabhupada. Yes. The number of Sudras are always bigger. Just like in university education, the number of graduates and postgraduates, they are less. So others are bigger. Bhagavan. The whole idea is that at the end of everyone's life, everyone is required to leave home, perform devotional activities, but not necessarily like take sannyas. Prabhupada, devotional activities, either he leaves from home or not leaves. That doesn't matter. It must continue from the very beginning. For the management of affairs, we require to divide, because there are different classes of brain. So those who have very intellectual brain, they should become Brahmanas. Those who are fit for management and protection, they should be trained as Kshatriya. And those who are fit for producing food, taking care of cows, they should be trained as Vaishya. And the balance, they are all Sudras. This is the division. Everywhere you will find this division, natural. One class of men very intelligent, one class of men very strong, good brain and for management, administration. One class of men fit for tilling the ground, field and produce food, take care of the cows, and the balance Sudras. That's all. So in our society, this division should be there. The most intelligent class of men, they should be engaged in preaching, reading books and instructing, taking care of deity worship, temple, and other class should be strong managers, that things are going on nicely. Everyone is engaged, not that eating and sleeping. Everyone must be engaged, employed. So if one is very much adapted for eating and sleeping, he should be engaged with plows. You see, he must be activity. Otherwise, there must be dysentery, eating and sleeping. He cannot digest. Yes. So in this way, our society should be managed. Not that give me second initiation, a sacred thread, and after getting it, business finished. Now I am liberated. So we eat and sleep. This should be stopped. We have got 50 bighas of land, and I have calculated in Mayapur, setting aside 20 bighas for the temple and grazing ground for the cows, 30 bighas of land. The production should be 300 mounds of grains, and 300 mounds of grain. I have calculated how much you can. So Bhagavan, 1500. Prabhupada, no, according to our present calculated about 180 mounds. So there should be 120 mounds excess of grain. Instead of excess, they want 10,000 rupees for maintenance. This management is going on. These things were not discussed in GBC. So what kind of discussions was there? Simply talking, no practical. And the estimate of budget was presented for 10,000 rupees per month. And when it was scrutinizingly studied, immediately it come down to 60,000. Sorry, 6,000. So what kind of budget? So management should be in that way that nobody is sitting idle. Automatically he will fall sick. Sickness means idleness or excess eating, sleeping. No excess, no less. Yuktahara viharasya yogo bhavati dukkha. So he who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Yukta means actually what you need. So Hare Krishna. So everywhere in each center, this system should be introduced, and there should be practical application of Varnāśrama. At the same time, this program of devotional service, then it will go on very nicely. So here, Prabhupada is saying, I will first cover some points, then also you can add if you want. Here, first and foremost thing, Prabhupada is saying here, devotional activities, either he leaves. About the sannyasa, he is telling, you don't need to leave the home. Like the Rupa Goswami, all the 6 Goswamis, they left their home and they went to Vrindavan. So because they have full faith on the Lord, then Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vaja. They left everything, all the dharmas, Putra Dharma, Pati Dharma, this Dharma, that Dharma, and they went to the Dham, and they are practicing 24 hours direct devotional service to the Lord. So this is the definition given by the Rupa Goswamis. But Prabhupada is saying is what? Prabhupada is saying that there is no need to leave your family life. No need to take the sannyas. But thing is, one should be engaged in the devotional service. So he is practicing also. So his karma based upon his Varna and Ashrama. So then this kind of bhakti is known as what? What is this kind of bhakti? According to the Bhakti Prakaraha, what kind of bhakti it is known as? He is doing the direct devotional services and also is following his prescribed karma. Who will tell? From the Bhakti Prakaraha, any student can comment on this. No? Who? Hari Gopal Prabhu, yes.
Sorry, Prabhu, I didn't raise my hand.
Can you speak loudly?
Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Can you say the question again, Prabhu?
Actually, my question, Prabhu, here what Prabhupada is saying that one should do his regulated devotional activities like 16 rounds of chanting, minimum chanting, and hearing the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, attend Mangalarati, and those are the prescribed devotional activities. And also he is saying that one should follow his Varna, karma according to his Varna. So then what is this kind of bhakti?
So his karma is assisting his bhakti. So Sanghasiddha bhakti.
Okay, very good. Sanghasiddha bhakti. And in Sanghasiddha bhakti, many varieties are there. What is that variety? So I will ask another devotee. So Saurabh Singhal Prabhu. In Sanghasiddha bhakti.
Yeah, same. I just wanted to tell that. Further, I do not know.
Acha, further, okay. It is a Sangha Siddha Bhakti, yes, very true. And in the Sangha Siddha Bhakti, there are the many types are there. So yes, Sanatan Chaitanya Prabhu, please.
Bhakti Matra Kam.
Bhakti Matra Kama, Karma Mishra Bhakti. Very good. It's a Bhakti Matra Kama. That means he is doing his regulated activities for the satisfying the Lord only. And also he is doing the Sarupa Siddha Bhakti. Doing Sarupa Siddha Bhakti plus karma or the Gnana. So then it is what? It is known as Bhakti Matra Kama. Why he has to do the karma? Because he didn't develop the full Shraddha. Even after developing the full Shraddha also, one can do the karma for setting the example. So, yes, in two situations, karma will be done. In the pure devotees case also, you can see the karma. So, doing the karma. Why they do the karma? They do the karma because to set the example in the society. So, if anyone do the karma to set the example, can you close that door? So, if anyone do the karma to set example to the society, then what kind of these are known as what? These kind of people are known as what? Huh? Yes, Sanatan Chaitanya Prabhu.
Yad Achariti Shrestha.
They are known as what?
They are Shrestha Mahajans, Acharyas.
So I said three words actually.
Prabhuddha, Prabhu? Prabhuddha? No.
Swanishtaha, Parinishtaha, Nirapekshaha. If anyone do karma just to satisfy his needs, his desires, then that means he is feeling need of that and using for his need. If he is doing karma for his need, then this kind of karma is known as Swanishtita karma. Swanishtita karma. And if someone is doing the karma, he is not feeling need of doing the karma because he is fully dependent on Krishna, but still he is doing the karma to set example to the society, then this is known as Parinishtaha. Okay. And third one is Nirapekshaha. That means they are leaving the karma completely and taking up only process of either Gnana or Bhakti. So then they are known as leaving the karma completely. They are known as Nirapekshaha. So that's why karma is done by two categories of people. Swanishtaha and Parinishtaha. Parinishtaha, they will do, even they might be in the pure devotional service, but they do the karma to set example to the society. And Swanishtaha means those who didn't develop full Shraddha in the Lord. And they has to do the karma. So, because if they don't do the karma, then what? So, they will be leaving the karma, then they are not also able to engage 24 hours in the Krishna because they didn't develop such a Shraddha. Then there is a chaos in the society. Sahajayata will come. Carefully, are you all hearing? Are you able to hear carefully, please? So, it's very, very important. Yes, Mataji, you are raising hand. Any question here?
Yes. Prabhu, generally we see the divisions like Madhyam Adhikari, this neophyte says the Madhyam Adhikari and the Uttam Adhikari. That's what we had read in Śrīla Prabhupada book. That's the division that you were telling, Swanishta, Parinishta, and Nirpeksha. Where we can find this division, Prabhu?
This is from the Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary on the first sutra, Athato Brahma Jignasa. In that he is using. And that division also based upon the development of devotion, it is said. This division is based upon the accepting the karma. This division is done. Okay. If someone is accepting karma because of his need, because of his dependency, then this is known as Swanishtaha. And if you are accepting karma to set example to the society, then this is known as Parinishtaha. And if you are accepting, you are leaving completely karma because you have no faith on the karma now, you have faith on only the process, that's either bhakti process or gnana process, then those are known as Nirapekshaha.
And that division is according to faith, according to Shraddha.
Which division?
That Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, and this.
Uttama, Madhyama, Kanishta, these can be classified based upon many things. Based upon the spiritual progress, we can say, what is the Uttama, Madhyama? First class, second class, third class. First class, second class, third class is not a independent word. First class based upon what? First class based upon the cycle. Like in the class, there are the 10 boys are there. You can divide these 10 boys in many ways. Those whose intellectual capacity is high, first class, medium, second class, low, third class. Whose physical strength is high, then first class based upon the physical strength. Some can be the first class, some can be the second class, some can be the third class. Based upon the wealth of their parents, some will be the first class, second class, third class. First class, second class, third class is a relative word. First class, second class, third class based on what? Next question you should get. Based upon the spiritual consciousness, based upon the Shraddha, based upon the means they practice, sadhana they practice, based upon the archana. So like this, we can categorize these Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishta in many ways.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Hari Gopal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, Nirapeksha and Anapeksha is the same, Prabhu.
Anapeksha word
In the
Bhagavad
Gita, in the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, he used Anapeksha, Suchir, Daksha.
Anapeksha. I have to see that what the
Sure,
meaning commentary is given. I am not quickly recalling. But Nirapeksha means Nira. That means Nir Upasarga is added. That means living. There is no, that means there is no dependency on the Apeksha is not there. Apeksha means expectation or dependency or something.
Okay.
Like this. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, yes, we can become Nirapeksha. Who is the example for the Nirapeksha? In our Sampradaya, whom we can see as a Nirapeksha Bhaktas? Tell me, actually, you have to be active. All students should be active. Who is example for the Nirapeksha? Huh? In our Gaudiya Parampara also you can see. Nirapeksha, that means leaving the karma completely. Dharma. Sanatana Chaitanya Prabhu, yes.
Madhavendra Puri.
And else?
Goswamis, 6 Goswamis.
Yes, Goswamis. They left everything. They are not the sannyasi, they are not the vanaprastha, they are not the gruhastha, they are not brahmachari, they are not brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, sudra. No. All these are all ashramas and varnas are coming under that means dharma only. All these dharmas they left. They became Babaji. Left everything. So this is known as Nirapeksha. That means they left everything, all the karma they left. Nirapeksha. Nitya, Naimitik, everything. Everyone should become internally like Goswamis. But externally, they should perform all the dharma, karma, to set example to the society. This is the Goshtyanandis. This is our movement actually. Who is example for the Parinishtaha?
Śrīla Prabhupāda.
And else?
Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Very good. Is a right point. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is always in Krishna consciousness. He is not at all having any dependency on any so-called work, but just to set example to the society how a Gruhastha can live pure devotional service he performed. Is a Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Is the best example. Yes, Shantriya.
Prabhu, this Parinishta, everybody like this Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, and
they're also.
Janak Maharaj,
Yes.
they're also Parinishta, na?
Yes. Parinishta. Dhruv Maharaj is the example. Prahlad Maharaj is also example. Bharata Maharaj is the best example. Okay, so that's why, this is needed. Prabhupada is also saying this. To set example to the society, we should, it doesn't mean that now we are in the pure devotional service. Actually, 90%, most of the cases, we are all Swanishtaha. Because Swanishtaha means what? Who are depending on the karma. Who is depending? Who is not developing full Shraddha in the Lord, they are automatically depending on karma. It's obvious. So that's why Swanishtaha is, that means who didn't develop full Shraddha in the Lord. They are all coming under the category of Swanishtaha. Swanishtaha, then they have to do the karma. They cannot leave the responsibility. So that means little Krishna consciousness is introduced, and he understood Krishna is, that means superficially, not fully. So superficially understood that, yeah, Krishna is the only thing. And on the name of Krishna consciousness, leaving his family, his young wife and responsibilities. And also he is not having such a Shraddha where he can engage 24 hours in Krishna consciousness. Is he doing right thing? Is he doing right thing? He is not doing right thing. He will not set any good example to the society. He will create a mess in the society. Like Krishna is also saying to Arjuna, if you leave this fighting and even if you go to the forest, then you will not stop your nature. And you will be also fighting there with the animals or something and something. Because yes, we have to do our activities. So for the pleasing the Lord, even why, since Bhakti Matra Kama, Karma Mishra Bhakti is, their karma is done for the pleasing the Lord only. But why it is given to him recommendation? Because he didn't develop full Shraddha in the Lord. So that's why he is not able to engage himself in the 24-hour Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. If he is able to engage himself Swarupa Siddha Bhakti 24 hours for the sake of devotion, then that is Siddha Bhakti. But he is not in that position. That's why he has to practice. He has to practice his karma. 1 second, my charger is. Yes. Yes. So that's why he has to do the karma. Prabhupada is saying same thing here. Prabhupada is saying here, since whoever is coming to our Krishna consciousness, just on the name of devotion, I'm full-time devotee. And they should not just sitting idle. They should be engaged. They should be engaged in their respective duties. They should follow their prescribed duties. Karma they should do. So that's why we are hearing from Prabhupada. Just he is saying, on the name of devotion, we should not collect the funds just for and sitting idle. If you are 24 hours engaged in the devotional service, fine. And he is also saying that we have enough land in the Mayapur, and that should be, so instead of making 10,000 rupees of budget for month for maintaining the temple, you produce your own food grains. So you produce own food grains from the land and reduce the budget and stop taking the donations. That means one should work hard for getting his livelihood, for the maintaining his body and soul together. Because if there is one more subtle point is also there, if we take the too much donation and which is from, we don't know the source of that, and it is a sinful source, then that means someone may offer, that means he is doing the bad karma. Even the bad karma also can be offered to the Lord. There is nothing wrong from their side. So they may do bad karma and they may offer to the Lord. Then we are taking, then we have to share their karma. We are taking that and we have to share their karma. Because Kavi is recommending to offer the Vedic karma. not to offer the bad karma. So that is the ideal situation for the society. But someone is offering the bad karma, okay, accepted. But what is recommended? Bad karma, offering bad karma is not recommended. That means something problem is there. So that's why we should not. So we should prefer to accept the good karma. That means good source from where the donations are coming. And we don't know from where it is coming. And then we are eating that. So then that will be having the definitely effect on consciousness. So that's why Prabhupada is saying here, so to reduce the budget, to make everyone active, otherwise people will be diseased. Overeating and sleeping is only the cause for the diseases. Nowadays, we see most of the times in the most of the temples, we are having the health problems. Of course, there may not be only one reason overeating. They might be having other problems like because of the food is degraded now, and also atmosphere is completely is going out. Ultimately, what? All the modes are acting on us, and we are creating such an awkward situation, and which is hampering our bhakti. So since my health is not good, I cannot go for Mangalarti for 1 month. So then our sadhana is hampered. So ultimately, which things we are taking very easy way, those are becoming the big problem for us. And finally, they are disturbing our sadhana. So that's why keeping all measures into account, Prabhupada is saying that means financially also to maintain our centers very easily and to keep the health nice and to set good example to the society, there is a need for the accepting the full, that means prescribed duties, and devotees has to do that. So that's why what he's saying, every temple should be managed, that means properly. And he's saying in the last final in this, this system should be introduced. Okay. This system should be introduced, and there must be practical application of the Varnāśrama. So everywhere in each center, it's not that only in Mayapur. In each center, this system should be introduced, and there must be practical application of the Varnāśrama. So that unemployment also will go out. If they are coming to our society and we are able to create the proper livelihood for them based upon the Shastra, all environmental problems, unemployment problems, and everything will be also cleared. And being in association of the devotees, they will be also getting the Krishna consciousness. So it's a big success in the preaching. This step is going to create the big success. At the same time, this program of devotional service, that means you are doing the karma based upon the Varna and Ashrama. That is not only the sufficient. We have to do Sarupa Siddha Bhakti. That means morning Mangala Arati, so Tulsi Arati, Narsingha Arati, Tulsi Arati, Japa, and hearing Bhagavatam. So offering prasadam to the Lord, worship. And then these are all the what Sarupa Siddha Bhakti, devotional service. That has to be continued. And has to be do the karma. So, but it is not pure devotion. What is pure devotion? You should completely dependent on the Lord and do the 24 hours direct devotion. Then that is pure devotion. One should reach to that. So to reach that, you should, before that, we should follow karma. But karma should be stopped at some extent when you got the full Shraddha on the Lord. But here the point is, karma is, then when you reach full Shraddha, then also you may perform karma like the Dhruva Maharaj. That is known as Parinishta. Okay, next. Hridayananda. So, should devotees be formally designated in a particular occupation? Prabhupada. No. Devotees are devotees. Actually, devotees are above this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. That means who got the full Shraddha in 24 hours, he is connected either body or mind or speech to the Lord directly. Then also is performing some activity, Brahmana, Kshatriya. So then what do you say him? So he is considered as a Vaishnava. That means devotion is above to all 4 Varnas and Ashramas. But to set example, he is doing. But for the management of material things, we have to divide. Society must be, how to means must divide. Just like, because how can you say everyone is in pure devotional platform? If you say that, oh, now we are all Vaishnavas, we are in the pure devotion, like Prabhupada is said that by just wearing the thread is not enough. So we should be having the substance also. But if you say on the mass scale, just giving the Harinam Diksha and saying that now you are pure devotee, is it the definition given by the Acharyas? No. We have to train them. We have to train them. So that's why there is a need to introduce this. If whoever is not pure devotee, they has to do the karma. So that's why this society divide should be done even for the pure devotees and so non-pure devotees, both for them. But pure devotees, they do their karma to set example, and who are not pure, for them it is mandatory. Tavat karmani kurvita na nirvidyeta yavata. So just like in the body where there are divisions, there are Krishna. So Krishna was acting as a Kshatriya in his in boyhood. He was acting like a Vaishya, but Krishna is neither Kshatriya nor Brahmana. This is the example. This is the example. He was a Kshatriya. He was marrying as a Kshatriya. So although he was acting sometimes as Kshatriya, sometimes as Vaishya, but he is neither of these. So devotee says like that. He may act in any position, but he is above all. Like how Krishna is above to all. So even pure devotee is above to all, but he will be acting for the setting the example to the society. So Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, what should be Kshatriyas be taught? Prabhupada, Kshatriya should be taught that he is manager. He must see that everyone is engaged. And if there is any fight, they must come forward to fight. Our devotees, we should have our own Kshatriyas also. It's not that on temple someone is attacking and our brahmacharis are killed. And we are saying that, oh, okay, so we should put petition to the government. So then after some time, everyone, because they understand that these people are so weak. So when there is a society for us, we need to have our own, so Kshatriyas who can protect. This is Kshatriya's business. By like instead of working in the corporate and working for the demons, and if you are being trained in a Kshatriya, it's not a wrong thing. If you are saying that means you are now fully in the pure devotion, not at all doing any work, then in that case, okay. But you are already doing some other work and you are learning this program, that program, and this program. Instead of learning that, learn this. So different occupations based upon guna and karma. And that is more better, which is more conducive to the bhakti. So what is Sharanagati? So anukulyasya sankalpaha, pratikulyasya varjanam. Whatever is favorable to the devotion, that should be accepted. So no. So they must come forward. Yes, we are prepared to fight. That is Kshatriya. Tamal Krishna. Prabhupada, in our centers, we are awarding Brahmana initiation, second initiation. Prabhupada, no. Initiation should go on. Even you don't understand that. You don't understand that what I have said. That is for Vaishnava. A Vaishnava and Vishnu. Just like Krishna is Vishnu. He is not human being. But he was acting like human being. Similarly, Vaishnava is transcendental. But for proper management of material world, one should be acting like Brahmana. One should be acting like Kshatriya. That is required. Just like actually we are doing so. Some of you are preaching and some of you are cleaning the temple. It doesn't mean that a sannyasi who is preaching and he is better than that man who is cleaning. The position as Vaishnava is the same. But for the management, one is cleansing. So one is seeing the construction. One is going to preach like that. That should be there. It is not that because I have taken sannyasa, therefore I cannot anymore do anything. If need be, he has to act as Kshatriya or Shudra. It doesn't matter. So that means Vaishnava means to set example, you should accept any Varna. Yeah, and otherwise, what will happen? Sahajayata will come. If he is on the name of pure devotion, he started leaving his responsibilities in the society, and everyone will be coming to the Krishna consciousness, and now I am full time, and he's not having that kind of Shraddha, and simply coming and sleeping, eating, and chit-chatting, and is all the time creating the disturbance in the ashram, and simply nonsense will go on. Yes, there is a need to have the, so yeah, they cannot become like, imitate like Goswamis, leaving everything and going to the, so that's why Brahmana, that's why Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Kshatriya, Sannyasi, this is already introduced, because to wipe off anomalies, that means different bad results came on the name of pure devotion. They want to be out from the Varnāśrama system, and they want to be freely as a Babaji. And after that, they are doing the sex with the women who are widows are coming. So after their husband is leaving, so they are coming to the dham, and it went, and like this, so much apasampradaya came. Sahajayata will come. So that's why in our society, no Babaji. Everyone is accept the Varnāśrama system. Everyone should accept Varnāśrama system. So Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, they should follow their ashram rules. Of course, they are pure devotees. They should follow their ashram duties. Similarly, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. So this is also needed. Already we are in the Varnāśrama system, but only thing is some improvement is needed. A Vaishnava coming to the position of doing the work of Sudra doesn't mean he has become Sudra. He is Vaishnava. Try to understand this point. Just like in the stage, if you want to play something, one must be king, one must be queen, one must be, but neither of them king or queen. That is the play. That is stage play. Similarly, to manage this, manage things in the material world, we have to guna karma. Karma there must be. Therefore, the karma should be done, executed according to quality. So that's why karma has to accept it. Everyone should accept the prescribed duties. So that's why there is a need to define Brahmana in Krishna consciousness, Kshatriya in Krishna consciousness, Vaishya in Krishna consciousness, Sudra in Krishna consciousness. Brahmachari in Krishna consciousness, Grihastha in Krishna consciousness, Vanaprastha in Krishna consciousness, Sannyasi in Krishna consciousness. We have to. So that's why who will do? The intellectual Vaishnavas who are so understanding this subject matter. So who understood the pure devotional service very thoroughly, and who understood the Shastras. So by them, so Prabhupada is saying in another conversations, we should refer the Shastras and develop this curriculum. Curriculum for the Varnāśrama college has to be developed. So that's why we need a team. That's why we are all coming here. That's why we are all coming here. So Atreya Rishi. So in our movement, the leaders must decide. Just it's 4:42. So 2 hours, 3 to 5. So time is there. So the leaders must decide how every devotee and every resource is engaged properly. That is Prabhupada. That is leadership. That is leadership. Which means is fitted for which work. Leader means what? Temple presidents are leaders. So they have to have the Varnāśrama college in every temple. Every temple there is a need of Varnāśrama college, and there is need of, for before that Varnāśrama college need we are seeing now. How to develop that Varnāśrama college, that also will be seeing in the further classes, in the further sequence of classes. First of all, step by step we'll go. So today's discussion is need of Varnāśrama college. That only we are discussing. So Atreya Rishi, yes, utilization of all resources. Prabhupada, yes. Atreya Rishi, including devotees and funds and everything. Prabhupada, then the first thing is that we should see that everyone is engaged. How he should be engaged, that requires leadership. But the first business is to engage everyone. Nobody should be without engagement. Then it will be ideal works. What do you call? Ideal brain is devil's workshop. And the devil is Kamini Kanchana, Who are the devils? Kamini and Kanchana. If you are not engaged fully in all the time, so then we'll be taking the WhatsApp and the different. So you all know. So it's not no need to explain this. Then our Kamini will be coming and dancing in front of us. Or otherwise, Kanchana, money. Woman and money. This is devil. So if you remain idle, then you shall think of devil. So we should see that everyone is engaged properly. Hare Krishna, Jai. Instructions in this connection is very important. Everyone should be trained as Vaishnava. At the same time, he should work in different positions for management. That means training as Vaishnava should go on. So this our regulated program. That means Mangalarti, so-and-so, reading Bhagavatam, developing faith, getting association, doing this direct service. It should go on. And it should be increased. And also, they should be properly engaged in the work. So that society easily maintained. So if our men are not prepared, the Tamal Krishna Maharaj, for doing the flowing work, then what is the use of purchasing land? Prabhupada is asking. Hey, we are purchasing land, and if you don't till that, what is the use? Land is meant for the tilling and producing the food grains and living. So that maintain body and together, soul and together. But you know what is happening now, situation. So immediately we'll build the guest houses and collect the rents and run the temple. But actually, Prabhupada is saying that to maintain temple, you till the land and produce the food grains. So such a society has to be created. So you cannot say immediately want to till the land. You should give the training. That's why we need Varnāśrama college. They are not, as Tamal Krishna, they are not prepared. Tamal Krishna, they are not prepared. Then you have to engage laborer and spend 200 rupees per head at least, including salary and food. And the production is nil. In this way, there must be 10,000 expenditure, because at that time, for the Mayapur maintenance, temple maintenance, they had 10,000 rupees for month. So that's why Prabhupada is very much, that means dissatisfied with this. 10,000 rupees budget, and I am right or not, that per month or per year, I don't know. So that is the thing, 10,000. So that's why he is just saying back that. So you bring money some way from anywhere and let us spend lavishly. What kind of management this is? We should consider the money, after all, is earned with hard labor. So somebody will bring money with hard labor, and another body will spend like irresponsible prince. That should be stopped. Giving money, giving money. You give money, everyone. Slowly, our consciousness will go, instead of spreading Krishna consciousness, how to collect money from him, what should I tell to him to collect the money. This kind of consciousness will increase. Yes, our whole consciousness will be slowly will be watered down. So somebody will bring money with, okay. So this is management. That is management. Especially is that the religion means to make a class of men simply idle. What is it? Appetite. What is called? So devotees, appetite of the people. Prabhupada. Therefore, they are against religion. But actually, if we show that we are producing, we are managing, we are educating, then we can counteract the communist tendency. Prabhupada wants to see the revolution through this Krishna consciousness. Communist is what? Communist is a hard worker. They work hard and they distribute everything equally to others. And everyone is working hard. Karmat. Communist is nothing but example for the karmat actually. And they don't sit idle actually. And Prabhupada is saying that, so, but they don't accept the classes. Prabhupada is saying that we should work like communist, but we should also accept the classes. But there are no classes in the communist. So then, by this principle actually, working hard plus classes with Krishna is center, it is a perfect society. But only working hard, but there are no classes, there is no education then, because there is no Brahmana, then there is no education, then communist is almost all will be always in the bodily platform. They will be looking till what? Annamaya kosha, eating, sleeping. So that food should be minimum life, that means needs of the life should be equally available to everyone. This is their agenda. This is their principle actually. But this is not sufficient. We need to have Brahmanas who can teach the higher values of the life, and everyone should understand the goal of the life. So that's why Varnāśrama system is the best system than the any idea. Communist, capitalist, and socialist, and Maoist, this is that is. So there are so many isms are there. Compared to all this, the best system is Varnāśrama system that has to be introduced all over the world so that everyone will become Krishna consciousness. But they are seeing that escaping. They say they escape responsibility of worldly life and they are indulging in some religious. That is the tendency. All everywhere the government is complaining like that. So that means what? Now thousands of people are joining in our movement and not working and collecting the others funds from the others on the name of the devotion. Then what kind of example it is going to set? If they are all in the pure devotion level, then it's okay, fine. Krishna will feed. But if they are not in the pure devotion level, that means they are not able to engage 24 hours in the devotional service. And also they are not doing the contribution to the society. Who will come and join with us? But it's not the easy thing. Expecting everyone as a pure devotion, pure devotee. Therefore, they don't want to increase the number of temples. So that's why government is stopping increasing of the temples. That means increasing temples means increasing the lazy men. Lazy men. They don't want, because they say these are a class of idle men. That means lazy men. They cannot do anything. And they take to this religious life. कोई काम धंधा नहीं है तो वो लोग भक्त बनते हैं. जो आलस है बैठ के खाना चाहते हैं तो वो डिवोटी बनते हैं. This kind of ideology will be coming. This is conveyed to the society because we are not seeing the pure devotional symptoms and also not working. What is this? So then whole movement will be dwindled. This movement will not progress then. Nobody will be feeling serious. So that is the tendency. They are feeling like that. But if you show that you are actually doing something ideal, they will appreciate. Make a small unit of community and show ideal life. Not ideal life, ideal life. So that's why every temple should begin with having the small communities, temple presidents. So there has to be planning for the Varnāśrama college. For doing the Varnāśrama college, we need to have the curriculum and we need to have the proper teachers. So how to do that? That will be learning in the next sessions. Then dismiss that now in Mumbai, they have refused because they are under the impression that these Europeans have come here under some sentiment. And what is the use? They have taken some plea and rejected our. Is there? As we are making counter propaganda against Maya, the Maya is also very strong. So that's the Prabhupada is alarming us. We should be very, very, very alert actually. If we don't show ideal life, instead of ideal life, if we show ideal life, then there is easily Maya will be attacking on this movement and that will be stopping. Daivi Hesha Agunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Then it will not be possible to conquer over the Maya. You will be succumbed. Hare Krishna. Daivi Hesha. Okay, this is the translation. Therefore, the society has gone to hell. In our country, still they expect any kind of work. It doesn't matter. And here in India, it happens to be a Brahmana. He will not take any kind of work, means just like plowing. He will not agree. Therefore, so much land. So Kshatriya is thinking, I am Kshatriya. The Brahmana is thinking, I am Brahmana. And the land is lying fallow. There is no production. He will go to the office and fight with the pen as a Kshatriya. And instead of studying Vedas, He will study the rules and regulations given by the office, but he will not come to plow. He is actually blasting both. On the name of so-called Daiva Varnāśrama, so-called caste, so feeling, they are not. That means Prabhupada is saying that this land is simply lying. Nobody is caring. Lot of land is there to get the food grains, but all are, their consciousness is going towards the working in the office and getting the ready-made money. So much land was lying unutilized, and they are crying for grain. Why? The same example. That's why Prabhupada is seeing a global issue actually. In how globally the consciousness of the whole society is, so leaving the land and going to the offices and getting the ready-made money. This is very dangerous actually. This will create the imbalance in the society, and so that where is the lot of disturbance in the society, whom we will preach? Whom we will preach? Who is going to listen us? Nobody is going to listen us. So that's why we should not see the solution, temporary solution. We should also work on the problems with the temporary solution. Also, we should make the plan for the future permanent solution. Yes, immediately we are not asking you to leave, but why? Where is your plan for the permanent solution? That is the point actually. We should start thinking, but we should not reject the idea given by the Prabhupada completely. That is not correct. Completely discarding, oh, it's not now possible, it's not possible now. These are all in the Satyuga. What is Satyuga? So Prabhupada is telling very practical actually. This Varnāśrama system is very natural. Nobody can reject this. Just a few moments before he said this. Where he said? Can anyone see that? Yes. Everywhere you will find this division, natural. Natural means divisions are natural. Dividing work is natural. Varnāśrama means dividing work based upon the skills, based upon the nature. So it is natural. You cannot say that, oh, Varnāśrama is in Kali Yuga. It's not possible. Only the holy name. We are not saying that the holy name only is the shelter. We are also accepting everyone. Prabhupada is also saying same thing. Holy name should not be left over. But to organize the society, to set example, to preach nicely, and to bring that means who are not having the faith on the Lord to level of the full faith. We need this system. We need this system. So I was writing so much land was lying unutilized, and they are crying for grain. Why? The same example I was writing that in the New York, the whole city is full of dirty things, garbage. For want of cleaners, and you go to the Central Park, you will find so many hippies are lying down idly. He is saying that means this government, what kind of management they are doing? So many ideal people are there, simply lying and not working at all. So Prabhupada is saying that the danger on the name of spirituality, if there is no proper engagement, only 2 hours engagement in a temple or 3 hours, and if there is no proper engagement, then it will. So ideal brain is devil's workshop. Kamini and Kanchana will attack. So Prabhupada, unemployment, not employment. They will not work. That means mismanagement. Why they should remain down? Why they should remain without any employment? But the government is not doing that. That's why Prabhupada wants to see that everyone is engaged according to the Shastra. And everyone worshipping the Krishna. Doing the Sarupa Siddha Bhakti, Sakshat Bhakti to the Lord. And learn more and more, that faith increase the more and more towards the Lord and become the pure devotee and go back to the Godhead. This is the full solution to the whole society. Devotee, they don't feel inspired. So devotee, they don't feel inspired. No one has desire. Prabhupada, that means mismanagement. That means if someone is not feeling inspired to do these things, then management is mismanagement. You had no desire to take to Krishna consciousness, but you have been taken to it by some way or other. That is management. So Prabhupada is giving the counter example actually. You are all also not having interest for the Krishna consciousness, but he made everyone to become Krishna conscious, interest in the Krishna consciousness. Similarly, we should make them to accept all these different kinds of the work. Pradyananda Jai, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, that is management. Pradyananda, you are expert manager. Prabhupada, a child doesn't want to go to school, but it is the duty of the parent to send him to school by some way or other. That's why some way or other we should make them to accept this proposal, whatever Prabhupada is saying. So that is government's duty, that a man should be employed according to his capacity. There should be no unemployment. That is very dangerous position of the society. Now, this unemployment question is very strong all over the world. They will plan that this moment is not good. That system is not good. He is not good. And he will do nothing. So that's why Prabhupada is seeing the danger for this movement. So because these people are not contributing in the society, just taking the donations and eating. Superficial, they sing, then even the people who are not interested in devotion also, by seeing this ideal life, they will also join in the movement. Then after some time, you'll be seeing all the, so who are not having any serious interest in the devotion, they will be coming to live happy life. So he will personally do nothing, just like the hippies. They criticize everyone, but he will not do anything. It's all. These descriptions are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. We are going too far. Employed. So for the government to utilize this land, you see so much. Everywhere you will find. Everywhere you will find. What was with, who was with me in London? So devotee, yeah. Last summer. So Prabhupada. Let more here. So yeah. So Prabhupada, so much lying vacant. They have taken it into consideration that what is the use of working in the land? Better kill one animal and eat easily. Because he doesn't care for the sinful activities. So if I can eat cow, why shall I take so much trouble to till the land? So this is going on all over the world. Indian man. Employment means now just to cut the money and not to work. No work. This is the thing actually. Ready-made money everyone wants. Everyone wants ready-made money without any hard work. This is also symptom of mode of passion. Prabhupada, yes. The same. Employment, even for the woman. The charaka. You see, Gandhi also studied this. There must be. Women should be engaged for weaving. What is called? So devotee spinning. Spinning, yes. Everyone should be engaged. That is management. So all GBC members must see that in every temple, everyone is engaged. That means for engaging them, you should give training. So that means every temple should have Varnāśrama college. Brahmananda. That is the meaning of leadership. That is the meaning of leadership, Prabhupada. So Prabhupada, Hridayananda. And that all the devotees are protected. Prabhupada, yeah. So Hridayananda. And all the devotees are protected. Prabhupada, yes. Everyone should be engaged. And if everyone is engaged, he will never fall sick. Yes. The farmers, their son, they are giving up farming business. Hamsaduta, going in the city. Prabhupada, going to the city in our country also. Atri Rishi. Yes, Śrīla Prabhupada. Prabhupada. So, are you have nothing to do with farming? Atri Rishi, excuse me. So, Prabhupada, your country, there is nothing to do with the farming. You have got petrol. Atri Rishi. No, there is a lot of good land, but they are not developing it. Devotee, just selling petrol. Prabhupada, yes. If they can get money underground, why shall I work? So like this. So the summary is, Prabhupada is clearly saying that everyone should be properly engaged and their need of Varnāśrama college. there is a need of Varnāśrama college. Every temple should be a Varnāśrama college. It's very, very important. You can find similar kinds of the notes, many from the Prabhupada conversations. So that's why each and every ISKCON center should be a Varnāśrama college. Leader must engage every person and every resource properly. Varnāśrama management will end unemployment and famine. It will solve all the problems of material world. Also, it is helpful for the devotees to progress in their devotion. So any other questions, comments? Hare Krishna. You are all there or not there?
Yes, Prabhuji, there also.
Hare Krishna. Saurabh Prabhu, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, this we see a lot of these other sadhus and those who have build big temples with hundreds of rooms and all, and people are staying there. So how these will be different from those Prabhuji, like ISKCON? What will be the focus here? Like,
Yes. Focus is the main focus is, we should accept the natural means to maintain the body, and we should not go for the easy way of earning things. So by that, people will be sitting idle. If they are fully engaged in the devotional service, okay. But in the bigger scale, they should accept the society which is very much conducive. Okay, you build the temple and also you build the many guest houses, and we can get the sufficient money by giving the rent. But all the society is going and sitting there. So we want to preach Krishna consciousness to the entire society. Now you have 1,000 families with you. We are not expecting that our movement should be restricted to only temple and 15, 20 or 100 devotees in the temple. This is not the goal. Our goal is very big. Entire society has to be engaged. Entire society has to be bring to the Krishna consciousness, and they should be engaged properly. Then what kind of system will be taking? So this having the temple, and in the temple, how many people we can keep? So that's the point actually. There is a need of society. Then there is a need of management there. Then there is a need, a system is needed. That is the Varnāśrama system. Yes, Prabhu?
Correct. So Prabhuji, in this, it will be very regulated, because in presently in ISKCON, anybody is going, coming, or there is no attendance or something. So here it will be regulated so those who will be the person, their presence, absent, like that, everything is required, because otherwise again it will have a number of people, those who are joining particular Varnāśrama. These
you are saying that people may stay and leave, and there will be a disbalance.
Those things, because it will, because there should be discipline like in college or school, because it's a kind of a model that I think what I can understand, that kind of model Prabhupada is looking for, so that with discipline, like Prabhuji.
Same thing. Other devotees also ask Prabhupada. So they are not feeling motivated. This is the question. That means they are leaving. You are saying the same thing. Then Prabhupada is said what? There is a management. Mismanagement. So he is saying you are also not interested in Krishna consciousness, but you are came to know Krishna consciousness. This is the management.
Correct, Prabhuji.
So that's why we need, there is a big leadership crisis also is there. Big leadership crisis, proper leadership crisis is required. So for that training is needed. Yes. Anyway, we are seeing the step by step. So definitely we will be in the further discussions, we'll try to find the solutions also. It's not just identifying the problems and sometimes doing some, like it's Prajalpa. Without solutions, only identifying problems is not sufficient. Definitely. So how to organize the things and how to bring up the Varnāśrama college, so that everyone will be trained as a proper manager also there. And those things will be discussed. It's not that my only one work, we all together. That's why I'm trying to make a team. And first of all, we should get the convinced for the one goal and understand the broader vision of Śrīla Prabhupāda. And we'll share the work and so keep on. So that means working in that direction. Because Acharyas, it's desire, and Acharya desire, it's not only desire, Acharya is instructing us. And we cannot take this instruction so easily. And we cannot simply say that, oh, it's not possible now. In the Kali Yuga, Varnāśrama is waste. Is not possible. Holy name is only enough. Who are denying that holy name is only enough? Who is denying it? Nobody is denying. That is only the goal. But details are there. Details are there. So, Swanishtita, Parinishtaha, Panirapekshaha, that's Suddha Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti. There are so many details are there. Without understanding the details, simply saying that holy name is enough, why, what is the need of Varnāśrama? This is a very vague understanding. This is not the very systematic understanding of the Shastra and the instructions of Śrīla Prabhupāda. That's the point I want to initially make, and gradually we'll be discussing even further also. So any other questions on Varnāśrama college?
One question.
What
like,
you discussed?
College is like for elderly, grown up, maybe people. So I think the base is also important. So we can also like focus on Gurukulas, wherein we can train the children from a young age, because like 5 years of age we can start taking. So along with college, if we also have like schools and Gurukulas, that would also be helpful.
Yeah, that's Prabhupada is saying in another conversation. Varnāśrama college is for the elder people, and children also should be trained from the beginning. Gurukula is also very important. So yes, that will be also, we'll be discussing, Mother. We'll be further, we'll go in such a pattern actually, so that things will be clear for all. Yeah. So any other comments? So from others, yeah, at least one point you share, whatever you felt. So be active in this. Sadhana Vriddhi Mataji. Any comments? May not be question, but can we comment? Bhagavan Pandit Prabhu, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Actually, like Prabhupada said, there is a loophole in somewhere in our society, in that I think, because although the devotional service literature, all the things are there, the platform is not there to practice it perfectly. So what we are discussing, like this is the platform, how can we practice in a stable way devotional service for general.
Yes.
That is
yes, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, this is for the who wants to achieve pure devotional service. So for them, we are creating a platform. It's like a nice platform where all the devotees are coming together and so taking the different responsibilities, and so that other society also is inspired by this ideal life, that's a peaceful and very management life, very properly managed life. So that can do a lot of preaching actually. Yes, Sanatan Chaitanya Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. I would like to ask whether land is essential to start this Varnāśrama college, because everything seems to be based around the land.
Yeah.
Or is it not? I have not quite got it.
Yeah, Prabhu. Your point is towards the implementing Varnāśrama college. Yes, land is important, curriculum is important, teachers are important. First, teachers, curriculum, and land. So then we can. So for having the teachers, we need a team. And team of people should work and develop curriculum, and that should be replicated in the different temples. And temples also should be inspired, congregation should be inspired to take the land at one place. So different people are having the sufficient money, so they can contribute. And that's why practically how to implement, cooperative societies, different things, different models are there in the present society. Many things will be discussing in future. Definitely, yes. Nice. So any other comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Yeah. Pranam Prabhu.
Like Varnāśrama is not for pure devotees. Is it there something like that, Prabhu?
Varnāśrama is not for
pure devotees. If we have pure devotees, they need not follow Varnāśrama.
Varnāśrama is for both Parinishtaha, Swanishtaha. Because to set example to the society, also pure devotee accept this.
Okay.
And who are not in the pure devotional platform, so to develop their Shraddha in association of devotees, for them also this Varnāśrama society is needed. Whoever is doing the Bhakti Matra Kama Karma Mishra Bhakti they also need this system. And whoever is doing the Nirguna Sarupa Siddha Bhakti, for them also, they also should accept this Varnāśrama to set example.
To set an example.
Yes,
So,
to set example.
Okay,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji.
Yes. Vijayanti Mataji, yes. Mataji is asking some questions, so I will be reading that. Prabhuji, there are many elderly towards end of life. Is it possible to provide end of life care? They give their wealth, so that can fund with the cause. Very nice offer is Mataji is giving. Yes, Mataji. Actually, anyway, wealth is only ultimately should be utilized in the service. So, but all the Vanaprasthas, they should become Gurukula teachers. They should be trained as a teachers, and they should be taking care of the children because they are already expert in that. And they should train the children so that they can become good citizen in the society in future, good devotee plus good citizen. So Vanaprasthas are having a major role actually in the society. So in the training of the society to become a teachers. And definitely this is also very, everyone is important in the society, even male, female, everyone. And also elder, young, children, everyone is very important. Everyone should be properly engaged. That is the right management. That is the right management. So we are in the beginning stage. So we have to systematically go. Next, someone is writing Taruni Mataji. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavapan. The Prabhupada wants that firstly we become human being. Then we can do bhakti. That is ultimate. That's why we need Varnāśrama. Yeah, this is also one of the point. When you bring people to the mode of goodness, that means becoming at least human being. So that they can think about the higher things. But who is always disturbed by the mode of passion and ignorance, to teach them about the Krishna consciousness, devotional principles is not so easy. So that's why when you start developing this kind of societies and people are joining with us, so it's easy to propagate the Krishna consciousness mission. Definitely there is an added advantage. Any other comment? So the Prabhuji, there are many elderly towards end of life. Is it possible to provide end of life? Okay, this is okay. Next. Any comments? Please share your comments. Okay, so if there are no comments, so thank you very much for participating in this discussion. So we'll be coming up with the new topic on the next Saturday, and slowly we'll be increasing our Shraddha towards the Śrīla Prabhupāda's mission, and then we'll be seeing some actions. So that's why first awareness should be spread. And today is the disappearance days of the Śrīla Prabhupada, and this is his desire, and he wants this kind of system to spread the Krishna consciousness all over the world, and so that every living entity can get benefited. And we should be meditating on him, and we should be praying for him to give strength for us to implement this, because without the blessings of the previous acharyas, without the blessings of Śrīla Prabhupada and our Gurujan, so we cannot actually achieve anything, we cannot do anything. And anyway, we are doing everything for their pleasure only. So taking that humble position, and we should pray for all of them, and especially today Śrīla Prabhupada, so that his mission will be fulfilled. So thank you very much. So Saurabh Singhal Prabhu, you raised your hand and
Yeah. Prabhuji, I just wanted to know why this process has been delayed for so long, na? Because it was Śrīla Prabhupada has given long time back. So everybody was like busy in making other temples and all, Mayapur, TOVP and all. So why it was delayed? Just for my reference, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
whatever may be the reasons, now as a responsible, your grandchild actually of the Śrīla Prabhupada, let us work for this, whatever it may be. Whatever may be the good reasons, and because movement is very early, 50 years is not a big thing actually. So after Prabhupada's disappearance, to handle the existing systems itself is a big tough and challenge for them. And they did that, and they sustained this movement so that we are able to know the Krishna and Prabhupada, and that good thing they did, the great thing they did actually. And at least they maintained, and it's not worst actually. Movement is not stopped. Still there is a life is there in our movement. And they continued that. That's a great job they did. And we are appreciating them. Whoever our seniors are there, our Gurujans, and we will continue the further this mission. Yeah. This is the spirit we will be carrying.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, we are
Yes.
all there with you, sir, Prabhuji.
What is that? Hare Krishna.
We support Prabhuji this. We are supporting this Varnāśrama concept,
Yes,
na?
yes.
So we are there with you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you very much for kind and patient hearing. So we'll be meeting in the further classes also. We'll be continuing our Krishna Katha, just Bhagavad Rasa Mahotsavam, and also very soon we are going to have the Bhagavad Gita course also, understanding Bhagavad Gita very thoroughly, and we should relish that is our eternal service. We should do these Varnāśrama activities, and also our eternal service is glorifying the Lord and speaking about the Lord, hearing about the Lord. That should be going on every time, all the time. So that will be continuing. Okay, and next Saturday we'll meet on with a new topic. So Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyo Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Anant Koti Vaishnava Bhakta ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Harigopal Prabhu, you are raising hand in the last moment.
Sorry, Prabhu. Just one quick question. You mentioned about the Bhagavad Gita course. Do you also plan to do it in English?
Yes, Prabhu. We'll do that in English also. First, because in India we have a lot of Hindi. Already I did 4 courses in English and 3 courses in English. Now in Hindi also is needed, because we should connect with the Hindi audience also. And also Bhagavad Gita is very important, beginning book. And that's why I'm going to do that. After that, in English I will do. Definitely,
Sure,
Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And I request all of you to spread this message. So Bhagavad Gita course, please forward that, so that many people will be connected, and many people will be working in the team, and finally, so everyone will develop their own communities in their temples. That is the desire actually. From the ministry side, our role is we should help the congregation and the temple leaders, everyone, towards this mission of the Śrīla Prabhupada. So implementing their own self-sustainable communities. So that is our job actually from the Daiva Varnāśrama. That is our service, given service for us. So for me especially and my team. So we'll be doing this. We are trying to assist all of you, and we are all servants for all of you. So that is my position actually. So please help us in pushing this. Thank you very much. So Śrīla Prabhupāda ki जय श्रील प्रभुपाद तिरुभाव महामहोत्सव की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।